YouTube. What's up, YouTube? We back again for another video. Starting off a little bit different today. We in the car with it. And like I told you in yesterday's video, we gotta get a haircut. If you peep, I don't wear a hat a lot, but when I have a hat on, that means the hair is looking real bad. So I threw on a fitted because my hair is looking tragic, but I'm heading over to the barbershop right now. So we about to fix that. Don't worry, we about to fix that right now. Two things. The barbershop is about an hour drive from where I live. The reason it's an hour and a half drive, or it's an hour drive, but the reason it's an hour drive is because I used to live there. Like I was saying, the reason that it's an hour drive away is because I used to live in that city, but then I graduated college and then I moved out and I moved to another city. But I still go back to my old barber because why would I leave him? Like, that's literally like cheating. Like, why would you cheat on your barber ever? If you're within, I'll say like an hour and a half away from your old barber, just go to don't be that person. Don't be that person that looks for a new barber whenever they move. Like, come on, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. So go find a way to make it back to your old barber like I am. But an hour drive is not bad, especially it's more like 50 minutes, but it's basically an hour if you round up. But upside is my parents still live in that town, in that city. So when I go there, I get a haircut and then I go see my parents, see the old, stomping ground, see my friends. So there's always another reason to go there other than just to get a haircut. You feel me? So like, it's not all for just the cut. So that's like the good part about it. And because I like driving, so it gets me out. So it's a nice little hour drive, kind of just by myself with my thoughts. Play music sometimes, and then just vibe out. So that's what we're heading over to right now. Well, the city is Jersey City in New Jersey, but it's literally across the Hudson from New York City. So I used to live literally 5 minutes from New York, because you could just hop on a train, on a PATH train, and then you're literally in New York in 5 minutes because the train goes underneath the Hudson River. It runs underneath the water, and you just pop up on the other side, and you're in New York. So I kind of miss that. I'm not gonna lie. I miss being that close to New York because like New York is a vibe. Like there's so much stuff to do, like so much shopping. Because your boy be having a fits on, so it was like a lot of options for shopping. Obviously, a lot of places take fit pics. It's like I miss that vibe. So every now and then I like going back. I go back there once a month for a haircut and just like to get that nostalgia feeling back again of growing up in that city. So I'm gonna show you guys around today. Why not? Like once I head over to the city, once I get my haircut and everything, because I do have an appointment, and I don't want to be late. So I'm gonna go get the haircut first, and then we're gonna go around, show you guys around. We're gonna pull up to the Hudson River on the Jersey City side, and then you can literally see New York, literally like across the water. You can see like the World Trade Center and everything. So I might go show you guys that, and the Statue of Liberty, which in fact is in New Jersey. It is New Jersey property. I hate when people think the Statue of Liberty is a New York thing. It's on New Jersey soil. It's on an island. It's on an island, but that island is part of New Jersey. But New York just claimed it out of nowhere for some reason and just took our monument. But it's technically in New Jersey, by the way. So just a little fun fact for y'all. The Statue of Liberty is in New Jersey. It's not in New York. So you can see it. You can also see the Statue of Liberty from downtown Jersey City. So it's like I miss that city. It's like New York light. Like the light version of New York. It has all the same vibes and essence and everything, and it's so close, but like it's not as busy, it's not as packed with people, it's not as dirty, you would say, because New York isn't dirty per se, but especially because like I'm from the area, so like it doesn't seem dirty, but like from like an outsider, I can see how they can say that it's dirty, especially with all the rats and stuff. So nevertheless, I'm probably gonna show you guys around like that, but first we're gonna go get a haircut so that I can take this hat off, because that's the only reason I have this hat on, and it looks so tiny on my head because I have like mad hair right now, like, or at least more hair than I usually do. So we're gonna get that chopped down as well, so this hat could fit a little bit better. But the only reason I have the hat on is because I have, a bad, looking hair. So we gotta go get that chopped down. So other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. Just have to fill y'all in on what we're doing today. So once we get over to the barbershop, I'm gonna park, take the hat off, show you guys a little before, and then once we hop back in the car, have a little after. And have your boy gonna be feeling nice again. I'm not gonna lie to you, you're gonna be feeling nice again. So enough talking. See ya when we get to the barbershop, man. We made it to the city. Yeah, we just got here. We're probably like 2 minutes from the barbershop. But literally, if you drive down that way for like five minutes, maybe like 4 minutes, and you're literally at the Hudson River, and then that's where you can see New York from the other side. So we're gonna go check that out a little bit later on. I was gonna show you guys you can see the World Trade Center when I was coming off the bridge at like the exit to come down this way, but I had to go through a toll, so we probably wasn't smart to pull out my camera. So we're gonna do that a little bit later on. But let's make our way to the barber shop and then find parking, because unfortunately we do have to park on the street over here because it is not the best for this city's not great on parking lots. Like you rarely find parking lots in most stores. I usually have to park on the street, kind of like in New York. So like that's what I said, it's like New York but light. So like you gotta have to make your way. Ooh, that's a baby. But yeah, so let me go find somewhere to park and I'll catch you guys in a little minute.
Yeah, I just cleaned it.
You back to life with it. Happy. Back to life. Let's get it though. Let's get up out of here. Oh yeah, we back. We definitely back. What? I'm showing that a whole. Take the hat off so I can actually see, but I feel way too good. Ain't nothing like a good haircut to bring you back to life, have you feeling like yourself again. But we got places to go. I'm gonna go to the little flower shop, get some flowers from my mother, because I'm gonna go see her a little bit later. Go see my father, run some other errands, and we're gonna be back to the city that I live at, because we have gym to go to, groceries to get, videos to edit, food to cook, food to eat, etc., etc. So I'm gonna see y'all in a little bit when we get back to the car. But check your boy out. What? Peep. Oh yeah. Let's go. Your boy's back to life. I told y'all. I'm taking the hat off. Peep. What? Barber be going stupid. I still got the hat on because I already had it on my way here. So like I'm not just gonna leave it in the car. So I guess we're keeping it on, but we're gonna leave it a little bit half up so people can still see the fresh lineup. You feel me? We're gonna leave it a little bit half up so people can still see the lineup. Yes, I said that twice. I had to emphasize it. Next up, we gotta go to the flower shop, get some flowers for my mother, take it to her house, see my dad, and head back over to the city I live at, because we have some stuff to do over there. Gotta go to the gym, gotta get groceries, gotta go home, do some stuff before we get ready for work tomorrow. So that's the plan for the rest of today. I might have to go get a car wash. I got parked underneath. That's the thing about street parking. I parked underneath a telephone line, and my car is covered in bird poop. There's one on the windshield, one on my sunroof. Is like the car was clean when I left the house today. The car was clean, so like, I don't miss this city for that part. And I got a hair in my eye, and it burns so bad. Let's get a move on. I'm gonna see y'all when we get to the Actually, I'm gonna take y'all downtown so y'all can see what I was talking about the us being so close to New York. But I'm heading over there anyway because that's where the flower shop is. So let's get going. See y'all when we get down there. Peace. So this is pretty much the downtown area that I was telling y'all about. I actually used to wait right here. There's a bus stop right here. I used to wait when I was in high school. I worked at an interior design studio that was like a block down that way. And obviously I was like 15 at the time, so I didn't have a car. So the bus stop I would wait at was right here by the Starbucks. And then I would take the bus back home. I lived like 10 minutes, about like 5 minutes by bus. By walking, it was like 15, 20 minutes. So like I would always just take the bus. So it wasn't that far, low key, but like, I wasn't walking like that, especially because I was getting off work late. So like it was not happening. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all. So you could low-key see, you see that pointy building right there? That's the World Trade Center. Even though we're in New Jersey, you could low-key see it. That little pokey, pointy antenna, tall-ass building right there. But we're going to get a little bit closer. I could really show y'all. So we're technically, well, not technically, well, we are still in New Jersey. This is Jersey City downtown. But as y'all can see, it's very New York-ish. If you guys get the vibe, I don't know if the music is too loud. I hope y'all can hear it. I'm turning it down a little bit. But yeah, it's very New York-ish. So yeah, you can see it. It's right in between. That's the World Trade Center, right there in between the buildings right there. You could probably zoom in to peek through. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's where it is. But I don't know. I kind of have I kind of have a love-hate relationship with like big cities because I technically grew up in one. Cause like I moved from Nigeria to the U.S. when I was 9 years old ish, and I moved to Jersey City. So I lived in Jersey City from like 9 years old until 20 when I graduated college and moved out. Cause I graduated with my undergrad when I was 20. So and that was like 4 years ago. I'm 24 now. So it's been a while since I lived in like since I lived here. But like every time I come here, it's still very nostalgic to me, just because like it's just where I grew up. Is where like I was a teenager here. I became a teenager here. I became an adult here. I worked here, like in a lot of different restaurants over here, like because I used to be a server in college, like a waiter in college at different restaurants. Like I spent a lot of time in the city, so like I miss it sometimes when I come back. But you know, it's it definitely feels different when I come back in terms of like it feels I haven't lived here in like 4 or 5 years, but it feels more like home than like the city I live now. Cause I have no connections to that city. I literally moved there because they had cheaper rent than like Jersey City. Obviously, being 5 minutes from New York, you bet Jersey City prices are insane. So like, that's one reason, or probably the only reason I really moved. If it was the same prices as where I live now, I would have never moved. Cause I love it here. I mean, I love it here, man. But let's just keep going. The the train station's right there. There's the World Trade Center again, but we're gonna swing back over there. Don't worry. Let's just get past all these lights, and then I'm gonna make a right. Ooh, let's make a right over here, and then you're gonna get a better view of what I'm talking about. But you guys mess with the city. Like I love this city. Like if it's like a big city, but it's not a city. Like it's not New York, but it is. But it's not like. So let's turn down this way, and then boom, there's the World Trade Center. Let me zoom in for y'all. So literally, there's the Hudson River right there. The Hudson River right there, and then New York is literally across the water. So let me do a little U-turn, and I'm gonna get out the car, and we're gonna walk down there. I believe this is like a little memorial for 9/11 because that's like a piece of the old World Trade Center. But then the water is the Hudson River, and then that leads literally, I believe. Actually, I don't know. I was about to say some bullshit like somebody swam this out. I'm pretty sure somebody swam the Hudson at some point, like across in New York. But that's probably a dumb idea because you don't know what types of stuff is in that water. Probably like all types of filth in it that you can't even imagine. But this is where I grew up, guys. I used to be, so I worked at this building right here, because there's like a rooftop bar at the top of it, and I was a waiter up there slash drink runner. And then after work, all of us will come down to the waterfront and literally sit down on one of these benches and just talk for like a couple hours. Mind you, we got off work at like 2 o'clock. So we'll get off work, walk down, take the elevator down, sit on one of these benches and just kind of talk. It'll be like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of us. And we just kind of just vibe and looked at the water, looked at New York, and just talked about life on some like, mind you, we was like 18, 19, 20 years old. It wasn't even like some grown people stuff, but it was just the vibe. But this is where I grew up, guys. So just want to show y'all real quick. I miss it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I miss it. It was definitely a vibe. Definitely a vibe. But we growing up, man. We just growing up. We growing up. But enough of that. Let's head over to the flower shop. I have some errands to run. I'm over here wasting all this time. Well, let's make our way back. YouTube. What's up, YouTube? We're back again for another video. I know why we're here. We ain't doing with it. Nothing new, nothing brand new, nothing different. We're here again. We have legs, hamstring focus. I kind of figured out the best way for me to go about my leg days now. Instead of squatting every week, because I end up having a good week where I can squat, and then the next week I'm not ready yet. But then the week after that, I'm good to squat. So I'm gonna do hamstring focus leg days, and then squat leg days, and then hamstring focus, and then squat, and then hamstring focus, and then squat. So it's gonna be the best way for me to recover like my knee pain fast enough so I can hit squat again, not the next leg day, but the leg day after that. So I feel like that's like the best way for me to go about it. Honestly, I think it's just like the most ideal way to do it because I realize like if I try to squat every single week, I'm never gonna recover, and I need at least 2 weeks for me to recover from my squat days. So that's what we're gonna do from now on. So we did squat last week, so today's gonna be hamstring focus, and then hopefully next leg day I do squat again. So that's the plan moving forward from now on. If it changes, I'll let y'all know, but that's what we're doing for right now. So on hamstring focus, we have 4 workouts. We have RDLs, pretty heavy, and then leg extension, leg curls on the seated leg curl machine, and then finish off with calves. So 4 workouts, nothing too crazy. We do have to hurry up today because I gotta go grocery shopping after this before the grocery store is closed. So let's try to speed it up. I've just been warming up here. I did a couple RDLs with just a bar to get my hamstrings warm. And I'm just gonna do some leg swings, get everything loose. My legs, my hips, hip flexors, etc., etc. And then we're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do 3 sets, RDLs, 315. That's gonna be my the working weight. So I'm gonna do that for 3 sets, and then, no drop sets, no pyramid down, nothing crazy like that. Literally gonna keep it nice and simple. All right, I'm gonna work my way up. So I'm gonna start off with 135 RDL, then 225. Just like still warming up, and then 315. We're gonna crank it up and do 3 sets of that straight, and then get up out of here. And then go right to leg extensions. If it's not free, then we'll do calves, and then the last 2 will be leg extension and leg curls, and then we could just interchange those however, depending on what's available at the time. So that's the plan for today. Ooh, hope you're having a good day though. Hope you're having a good day. I went to get my haircut today. I'm probably gonna put that in the beginning of the video. And then ran a couple errands, saw my parents, or at least saw my dad because my mom was at work. And then made our way back, recorded some videos for the other channel, and then now we're in the gym with it. So try to hurry up here and then make our way to the grocery store. And that's gonna be the end of our day because your boy got work tomorrow. So feeling pretty warm. Last little thing that I like to do to really stretch everything out. I feel it really on my calves and hamstrings when I do it. When I do this, so highly recommend it. Ooh. Feel good, feel good, feel good. Don't ever not loosen up on leg days. Even if you have the best legs in the world, no knee pain, no nothing, it's best if you just do a little something on the leg days. It's gonna catch up to you, trust me. That's for me. I never used to warm up for legs. Now I almost have to be able to do anything on legs, so it's a gift and a curse. Gift and a curse. Actually, why did I say that? There's no gift, it's just all curse. But I mean, a gift at the time when I felt like I didn't need to warm up for legs, and I was pretty good. But then that shit catches up to you, and then it becomes a curse. So let's we'll do one more warm up with just the bar, and then we're gonna put a 45 on both sides. There you go. Nice and steady. There we go. All right. Let's put some weights on there. Starting off for 135. Let's take like 30 seconds, and then we're gonna hit 135 for a warm-up set. So let's go. So when you're doing RDL, the thing you want to focus on is get that stretch at the bottom and let your knees push back on itself. So basically, like as you're coming down, imagine your knees are going backwards rather than coming forward. If they're coming forward, that means you're using more of your quads rather than your hamstrings. So when you're going down with the weight, imagine your knees again pushed, like imagine your knees again pushed back this way rather than coming up. Because if they come up, that means you're using more quad, which basically turns into like a deadlift, like a traditional deadlift, versus like a stiff-legged deadlift where you're more focused on the hamstrings versus the quads. But when your knees bend, it becomes more quad dominant. That means you're not pulling with your hamstrings per se. So as you're coming down, push your knees back, 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 back. And then when you come up, push your hips forward. You don't have to come up all the way and like lock it out, but come up, pretty reasonable height, and then go back down. Go nice and slow, maybe like 2 to 3 seconds, nice and slow. And then as you try to keep the travel path of the bar perfectly straight, which means like from the bottom to the top, the bar should not move this way or this way. It should come up and straight down, up and straight down. So keep the bar right here. So when you come up, don't bring the bar to you, bring your hips to the bar rather than bringing the bar to your hips. So imagine coming up, and bring your hips forward. And don't do this when you come up and then bring your arms back to bring the bar back. So there's something to think about. But let's get it. Our next warm up weight, 225. Make it count. $315. So whenever I get to doing RDOs or RDOs for like anything over 315, I gotta pull out the Versa grips or any grips that you have. Personally, I think Versa grips are one of the best grips out there in the market. Not sponsored, I just really love them. I might be biased. This is the only grips that I have, or that I own, or that I've ever bought in general, actually. But I just really like them, like because it's not like a long strap where you have to keep wrapping it around the bar. It's usually just like a leather strap. You just wrap it underneath the bar and then grip it with your fingers on the other end, and it gets taut, like it grips. Trust me, and it's way easier to put on and take off, and like easily maneuverable, so you can like walk around in the gym with them, low key. Like you could just have them on because it grips this way, but you can just flip them over to the backside, and the flap would just be like on the back of your hand like that, and you can just still use your phone and all, just regular stuff. But I recommend it if you're going to do anything that where your grip is a limiting factor and the body part intended is not gonna get fatigued before the grip. For example, like I'm doing RDLs, right? So my grip is gonna give out way before my hamstrings do. My hamstrings are way stronger than my grip are. So use this to make up for it. So it takes the grip out of the equation. So it's basically doing work for me. Well, most of the work for me, and I still have to dig deep to like really feel it on my hamstrings and then burn out for that part. So I recommend it for if you're doing any type of heavy pulling motion, RDLs, deadlifts, most back. I don't use it on back day, but I recommend it for back day as well. I just like to just go raw dog on back day. I don't use any straps for back day, so I don't know. Maybe am I weird for that? I don't know. I just like it. I like it more. I might be weird. Don't listen to me. But yeah. So they're really easy to put on. I just have them together. That's how I keep them stored up. But they're separate, so you could pretty much tell which side goes in which because like you can see the cutout for your thumb right here. So it kind of goes like this. So you see this little, where's like a little curve, that's where your thumb goes. So same thing on this side, the little curve here, that's where your thumb goes. So let me show you how to put it on. So basically, it's a little strap system, just like that. So you put it through the loop and it kind of stays like that for the most part until you put it on, kind of stays like that. So this is the left arm or the left hand. So you put it in like that and then grab the strap and then put the Velcro on the other side. And then boom, now it's on. You have your little flap, have the flap. And like I was saying, you could just flip it around and then your hands are free so you could just still do stuff. But you know, when you're ready, you put them, that's why you have the cutout for your thumb. Perfect, fits right here. And you basically, you put the bar in between the flap and your hand. So you put the bar and then you grip it like that and the bar stays there, you wrap it around the bar and then it stays taut. Basically how the Versa grips work. If you don't know how Versa grips work, then you know, I feel like other companies have made grips like this, so it's not just Versa grips, but I feel like they're like the best at this style of grip, in my opinion. So they're kind of expensive. They have different price tiers. This is the pro version. It says like right there, like pro. But this one was like $80. I think they have like the regular version is probably like $60, I think. And they have another version more expensive than this, was like the Pro Extreme or something. And I think that one is like 100 something. But you know, whatever fits your budget, I recommend it. It's a really good grip. So put some music on. Let's get cracking. Got 315 for a set. Go get it. Okay. Let's rest up. We're gonna do 2 more sets just like that. Try to get to 8. Anywhere between 6 to 8. So like I told you, I create my rep range after I do my first set. Since I got 8 on my first one, my rep range is gonna be 6 to 8 because I give myself a 2 rep buffer just to account for any drop off within sets. You know, the longer you work out, the weaker you're gonna get. You're not guaranteed to get the same amount of reps every single set, especially, you know, the further in and the heavier the weight is. I'm gonna almost guarantee sometimes you're gonna have a 1 rep drop off if you're doing a heavy compound style movement. And just for me, I know I have 2 more sets. So I'm gonna account for a 2 rep drop off, 1 for each of those sets. So that leaves me at 6 reps. So then I create my rep range from 6 being what I think is gonna be where I'm gonna end up on my third set versus 8, which is what I got on my first set. Bring those together, 6 to 8. If I get anywhere in between there, your boy's happy. Ideally, I would like to get 7 my second one and then 6 for my third. If I get 8 again, then I'm obligated to get 8 for the third one. So I put a little bit extra challenge on myself, but I just kind of gauge it as we go. Just know I'm always going to go hard. I'm never going to short myself because it's me. Why would I short myself? I'm trying to get better. Does that make sense? We got one more set just like that. Oh, my voice is crazy. Y'all heard that? Ignore that. Y'all didn't hear that. Shut up. We have one more set like that. I got 8 the second one, so now we have to get 8 for the third one. Like we can't get 8, 8, and then 7 or 6 for the third one. Come on now. We're not about to do that to ourselves. And your boy got OCD. It's gonna fuck with me if I don't match the numbers. 8, 8, 8. Angel, I don't know those angel numbers, but I know there's 3 numbers. What are the angel numbers? Is it any number that's 3, like any number that shows up 3 times in a row, the same number? Or is it specific numbers? Like, it has to be like 333 or 444. I know 44 is one of them. I'm 777, but 7 is my number. So like I live by the 7. That should sound like some Game of Thrones shit, but like I was born on the 7th. I literally have. Can you guys see that? I have a chain. Where is it? Right behind the cross. 7 type shit. Like 7 is always my number. Every sport I play is 7. Every game I'm on that's a sports game I wear 7. It's just like I live by the 7, bro. No Game of Thrones shit though. No Game of Thrones shit. Every time I see 777, I get a little bit hype. Just a little bit. Not too much. Not like, not that. But just a little bit like, hey, let's go. 7. Feel me? Y'all gotta know the difference between that. If y'all fuck with me for real, y'all gonna know the difference between those two emotions right there. But let's keep it rocking though. We have one more set to go. And then we're gonna call it quits for RDLs. Then we got leg extension, leg curls, and calves. No matter what the order, it depends on whoever is free or whichever is free, whichever machine is free. So let's just keep it going. My hips hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you, my hips hurt. My hips, like right here. Oh, I wanna be. Fuck. I'm gonna hold it. We got it. Let's go. All right, these. Make our way to our next workout. You gotta go. Yeah. Hey, YouTube, we back tonight. We back. I've been here, but we're on to our next workout. I just got into YouTube intro mode, but we're into our next workout. We're doing leg extensions, literally 3 sets. Do I say that a lot? I feel like I say literally a lot, but we have 3 sets. Third set is gonna be a double drop set. Yeah, I already know how that goes. I don't need to be explaining it. I'm better off showing you guys how it does or how it works than explaining it. But for the new people, a double drop set means I do my working set. When I get to failure, I drop it down usually by 1 or 2 clips if it's a machine, or by a plate if it's a plate loaded thing. Or I don't usually do it for dumbbells. So usually plates and machines are the only places I really do it. I drop it down by a clip or two and then go to failure again after a 10-second break. And I do that twice. That's why I call it a double drop. I'm dropping the weight twice from the original working weight. It's pretty much what a double drop set is when I explain. But let's get it. We have 260, which is the full stack of this machine. I don't really have any other options to add more weight to it because the way the clips are set up, you can't add a plate to the front of it, which is annoying. But you know, I just keep going for reps on these, I guess, because I could do like 14 reps straight with great form on this machine at this max weight. And 14 reps is really reaching that max of like 15 reps, which I like. Anything over 15 reps, I just add more weight, but I don't have the option to add more weight. So I'm getting real close to that threshold, but I'm gonna try my best to just keep making it harder for myself with the weight that I do have to work with. But I guess it's not really a problem, I guess, but it is because it's the only leg extension machine in the gym. The other one is even lighter than this one. This is the heaviest one. There's only two. One is the Nautilus and one is the Star Trek. The Nautilus one is lighter than this one. But nevertheless, let's go at it. We have I don't know how many reps we're gonna do. I'm just gonna like I always do. I'm gonna wait till I see how many sets I do, how many reps I do for my first set, and I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do for the other two sets. So let's go. I think I'm feeling future today, man. Ain't no love, ain't no love, ain't no love, ain't no love, ain't no. That's a Bible more right now. So let's put that on and get cracking.
Perché uno è anziano e ti fa qui con è molto un po' quando guardo le storie. Ma poi
Okay. I made a oopsie. I made a small oopsie. I forgot that I didn't do squats today first. So usually when I do squat, because I squat RDO and then leg extension, but when I do just RDO and then leg extension, my knees aren't warm yet because RDOs don't really warm up your knees. So my knees felt real dry right there, a little real crackety, crumbling, shaky. So I had to stop early. I could have kept going, but like it felt too cold. Like it was starting to hurt a little bit, both knees. So like I didn't want to hurt myself. So I don't know if I want to count that as a warm-up set and then still do 3 more after that, or just say fuck it. I got the 10 reps anyway, so might as well count it as a working weight. And I don't really have time to be wasting today. Because we got places to be. It's 8:42 right now, so my goal was to get out of here at 9. Don't look like it's gonna happen. So my next goal is 9:15. So let's see if we can make that happen. Nevertheless, I'm gonna fucking count it. I don't care what y'all say. My knees hurt though. That hurt. Like I was trying to fight through the pain. You probably see it in my face, but every single movement, up and down, both hurt. The contraction and the eccentric. So I'm like, damn. But you know, it is what it is. Let's just rest up for a little bit. Take about another minute or so, and hit our second step, and then keep it moving. Whew. I look, you shouldn't even be doing quads today. It's supposed to be a hamstring day. But I like to still do at least one quad movement on a hamstring focus day because, like, you know I still want to hit my quads. So I'm still doing leg day technically, so I do some type of quads. And leg extensions don't really affect my knee as much as squat does. It still affects my knee. It still hurts, but not as much as squats does. So give and take. You feel me? Gotta give and take. So let's take another couple minutes. Can y'all hear me that whole time? I had my mic inside my jacket. I hope the audio wasn't too bad. If anything, I'll just not use that first part. But yeah. I didn't even realize it. I was like, where'd my mic go? And I realized it's still inside my jacket. But hope it wasn't too bad for y'all. I'm about to hit my second set and move on to our next one. What did I just say? Do our second set and move on to our next one? The next one is the second set. I meant do our second set and then move on. There we go. Now move on to the next one. English, man. It's not my first language, so forgive me. A lot of y'all don't know that. English is not my first language. Okay, that's more like it. That's more like it. Knees is warm. Knees felt good. Doing what we're supposed to do. Whew, now let's rest up. Get ready for our third and final set over here. And move on to leg curls. Ooh, see, that moved a whole lot better when my knees are actually warm. That first set literally felt like like dragging nails down a chalkboard. I don't know how that relates, but it just relates. That same just that weird feeling. I don't know what it is, but that motherfucker hurt. So let's keep it going. Yeah, one more set to go. I'm trying to get to that point where I can see veins popping out of my legs. Like I can see the veins, but they're not protruding through the skin yet. Maybe I just gotta wait till my cut when I lean out. Because I hold a lot of fat. If you haven't noticed, I hold a lot of fat in my lower body. So most of my fat stays, honestly. A lot of fat and just tissue. Definitely more, I say definitely a lot more fat than the rest of my body. I don't know what it is, man. It's just how my genetics is, I guess. Big ass thighs. Hi guys. So this might be the first time you actually see me doing this particular machine for hamstrings. I'm doing lying leg curls instead of seated one. The seated one has two people on it. I'm really pressed for time. I don't really have time to wait for them to finish. If it was one person, I might have waited, but it's two people, so they're alternating, so I don't know how long that's gonna take. So we're gonna do the lying one as like instead. The reason I don't like the lying one in my gym because the weight stack is too light. So I could get to like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 reps and still have more in the tank, and I don't really feel like I'm really pushing my all, if that makes sense. So the seated one, I still do the full stack on the seated one as well, but it just feels like, like I could reach failure a whole lot quicker than this one. This one just takes forever for me to reach failure for it, but I'm gonna try. I don't really want to wait for the seated one, so I'm just gonna do this one instead. And then do calves and get up out of here. So note to self, come to the gym on time so you have time to do everything that you actually want to, but this might be a nice little change of pace. You haven't seen me do this one yet, so might as well. I just really love seated over lying, so I'm just trying my best and keep it rocking. But let's do it. Oof, let's make it look good though. Hope y'all watching. Okay. Whew. So pretty much that's what it takes for me to get to failure. Which took a whole lot more reps for me to reach that number. I think I did like 16 like good reps, and then I started doing partials after that. So it takes a minute. That's why I prefer to do the seated one. It's a lot quicker. Usually by like rep number 10, I'm ready. I'm ready to check out. But here I gotta get to like 15, 16, 17, and then I start feeling the burn. So it's all like a personal preference kind of thing. I just feel like the seated just fits my body type a whole lot better. The line one is a little bit. If you see me kind of jittering around trying to figure out where I should place my legs or my arms, or like how far up or far back down I should be. It's a lot more to think about. And then obviously I don't do these often. This is my first time doing them in like maybe like 8, 9 months. Low key, maybe like 6, 7 months. So like I still have to get used to it again. You know, it is what it is. I'm just pressed for time, so I gotta do what I gotta do. Let's get ready for our next set though. We have 2 more sets. Third set is gonna be a double drop. So I do feel a pump though. Hamstring are definitely pumped, so we didn't miss out on that. Let's keep it going though. It just doesn't feel heavy enough. That's the only thing. The weight stack only goes to 160 or 180. Your seated one goes up to 260, so big difference, but we try our best. Whew. Hi guys, last workout of the day. We have calf raises. I do them on a seated leg press. I already explained to you guys why I do that. Because my gym doesn't have a standing calf raise, and straight leg calf raises are way superior than bent leg calf raises. So the seated one we do have here, but we don't have a standing one. But whenever your legs are straight and you're doing calf raises, that's superior to anything where your knees are bent, because both calf muscles aren't extended when your knees are bent. Only one of them are. So when your legs are straight, both of them are. So I do my calf raises on here. Basically, I just put my feet at the bottom of the pad and I push off, and I'm just on the balls of my feet. So when I come down, I let my toes come off the pad and let my heels touch so that calf is getting stretched out. And then when I push off, I squeeze with the toes are on the pad and the bottom of my feet are not. So, and I just repeat that nice and slow on the way down, get stretched out, and then push up. So that's pretty much how I do my calf raises on a seated leg press. I do that for 3 sets. Third set is gonna be a double drop set. You guys already know how that goes. So let's run it. I don't got no time to waste. It's 9:15. Hopefully I get out here by 9:30 because I got to get to the grocery store. It's gonna close an hour and a half. So, and it's like a 15-minute drive. If there's traffic, it might be a 30-minute drive. So let's not waste no time. They have a fan right above me, and it's taking the pump right away from me. Like I'm losing all my warmth because like I have no way of heating up. When you get to the end of perfect reps, do partial. Right away, we have the full stack going, which is 360 pounds for the machine. Feels pretty good. I'm able to get at least like 12, 14 good reps on there before I have to hit partial. So it works for me. We just kind of hang out, usually like about a minute. Plus calves or localized fatigue, which means they only really hurt you in your calves. They don't really have your whole body tired. So you don't really need a minute for them to recover and stop that throbbing sensation. And then you're right back into it. If it's like RDLs or squats, anything that involves your spine and your entire central nervous system, it's gonna take quite a bit longer to recover. Usually about 3 to 5 minutes. But when we're doing something that's low class fatigue, like if you're doing like lateral raises or bicep curls or calf raises, those are low class fatigue. They only hurt in your calf or your bicep or your side delt. You feel me? So they don't really affect you. If you're not out of breath when you finish them, it's a good way of describing it. So whenever you do a workout and you're out of breath and you're not like obviously out of shape, that means it's more of a centralized fatigue versus a localized fatigue. It means your central nervous system is being taxed. You have to take a little bit longer to respirate. But when you're finished and you still have your breath, but just one part of your body that you were hitting is throbbing a little bit, that just means it's localized fatigue, and you just need about a minute, maybe a minute and a half max, and just kind of rock out with it. I have like about 30 more seconds here, and then we're gonna hit it our second set. So let's go.